everyone. It's your girl Roxy with Roxy Says, and we're going to talk about it. You all asked and I answered, or should I say we answered. Today we are reviewing Love is Blind Mexico, episodes 1 through 4, and I got my girls with me. When I tell you I love these girls, I'm so excited to have them here with me today. Honestly, I probably wouldn't even be doing this live if it was not for them. But let me introduce them all to you. We have Miss Chloe Johnson. We have the lovely Queen E and Tammy Talks. These are my ladies. Welcome, 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 everybody. Come on in.
Hey.
What's up, ladies?
We're good.
So
Let
me tell y'all, this is my very first live, so I am nervous. And I'm a little bit under the weather, but y'all were in my comments asking about Love is Blind Mexico, Love is Blind Mexico. So I said, let's do it. And I'm happy to be doing it with these ladies. So any initial thoughts? How you guys feeling? Any favorites? Any people who you don't like?
I just want to know, how rough is the dating scene in Mexico? Because some of the things that these ladies are like, oh, you're a drug dealer? It's fine. It's fine.
Not a drug dealer.
I'm just saying, there's these like glaring red flags. And I hope that doesn't lead into a stereotype. That was not my intention. But like, big red flags, these girls do not care.
Yeah, while I was watching, I'm like, are y'all listening? For the ladies, are the ladies listening to what the men are saying? Because, for example, one of them, I can't remember her name at the moment, but she said that she wants a man who will take care of her and her daughter, right? Clearly, she wants a provider. And in her conversation with the guy, he said he doesn't believe that, he doesn't want to be with someone where he has to take care of everything. And she was still like, I like him. I was like, girl, he's the opposite of what you just said you wanted.
Yep.
I don't know. Tammy, what you think?
I think, I'm so nervous. I've never been live before. Oh my gosh. I think,
shots fired.
No. I think there's one likable person on the cast. And I think I think a big part of it is because they're overthinking everything.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I
think everybody is overthinking everything. I think the women are desperate. I think the women are thirsty. And I think the men think too much of themselves. There's not one attractive man over there. And the one that's semi-attractive, his hairline is giving 45-degree angle. So
who's that?
Who are you talking about, Chema?
Saul? Is that his name? Saul?
Oh, Saul.
Oh,
I cannot stand Saul. He is. I
feel like he's the least attractive.
The most.
No. Did I say he was the most? I mean, he looks the best. I think he looks.
Put the pictures up, Roxy. Put the pictures up.
I think Chema looks the best.
I feel like there's like 4 of them who look exactly the same.
Right. Hold on.
There's like 4 of them who they have the same haircut and the same beard. It's like
I think Saul is the most handsome.
Well, he gets
Chema's handsome.
Chema's handsome.
But I think Saul is
he's
the most handsome.
Right?
It's
I don't talk about people's looks. I try not to talk about, but
I'm gonna just say he's not my type.
Yeah,
let's do that. I like that.
Chema looks older.
Saul looks
like I like the salt and pepper though. I love it.
Yeah, I like that too.
I like that. Okay, so
Rene. Oh, Joanna said she like Rene.
Yeah, Rene
looks like a drunkard, right? A drug dealer drunkard.
He don't look drunk to me. I don't know what she was looking at.
That's what she said.
That's what she said, though.
Yeah,
I don't see it.
I don't think he looks like a drunk either, because there are people who I see and I'm like, oh, you could tell he drinks. He doesn't give me that. Oh, look at my mic. Got my mic all the way up here. Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
All right, so let's go through the episodes. I have a couple of clips here, moments that stood out to us because, I mean, well, we're still working on our, the name of our our panel. For now, it's called the group chat. So we have a group chat that we're in all the time, all day, and we were talking about this show nonstop. They had to wait for Tammy and I to catch up because Queen and Chloe watched it. Well, Chloe watched it like 5 times, but we're not even gonna get into
all the times. Chloe watched it all the times.
Don't put my business out there like that.
Right out.
So we said let's get together and talk about Love is Blind Mexico episodes 1 to 4. So anything, I mean, I took notes, but primarily in episode 1, as y'all know, like all Love is Blinds, everyone is meeting up. It's the initial, everyone is in the pods, getting to know each other, getting to know what they like, what they don't like, letting the other people know what they're looking for in a partner. But the first major piece of drama that we had was between a woman named Iris, who I don't like Iris at all. Iris and who was she talking to? Fernando?
She was talking to Fernando, and Rocio was also in the picture. It was a love triangle.
Okay, so Iris is feeling. What happened?
Why everybody was going after Fernando?
Well, was it a love triangle though?
It was women into him, and
Right.
yeah.
So Fernando and Iris were having a conversation, and Iris is going hard for Fernando. She's like, "Oh, I really like you. If we had to choose today, do you see yourself leaving with me?" He told her flat out no. He says no, right? She goes back to the quarters with the ladies and says, "I'm getting married." Now I'm going to play the clip for y'all. Y'all let me know. I'll do a poll after I play the clip because some of us took it differently in this group chat. I'm not going to say who thought what. Let me play the clip first, okay?
And enjoy life with.
Can y'all hear? Let me know.
We can hear it.
Then I'm all like, you can do it.
This clip might be a little long. I might have to fast forward.
I'll distract. I don't freak out. I'm very determined.
If you were told you had to decide right now, do you think we could make it?
Oh, you kept the whole clip. You might
Right
get a strike,
now?
sister.
So let me speed through it. Okay, so he said no. So
look at his face.
Rewind it a little bit. Rewind it right there. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sick. Okay, hold on.
Yes.
I want to see him again to keep exploring this experiment with him. I want to see how things unfold.
Let's talk tomorrow then.
Bye.
Take care.
Okay. I'm getting married. Really?
You know what it's giving to me? I'm married now. That's what it's giving.
And someone actually asked her, which is what I want to get.
Listen, I gotta talk.
Someone asked her, did he propose?
What happened? Did he propose? Listen, I gotta talk to you.
Now, it's all editing. We always have to remember these shows are edited. These shows are produced. So she very well could have told her. She could have answered that question and we just don't know. But I don't think she did. Hold on. Let me see what else.
Who is it? My number one is.
Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it?
Okay.
Fernando Hernandez. It makes me really nervous. Like
That's all we need, right?
Yeah.
For the people who saw the show. Y'all saw the show.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that the way that Iris went about that, she purposely made it seem as if Fernando proposed to her. And like I was telling the ladies, I think it's one thing to leave the pods and be like, I'm about to get married. That's my man. That is my man in there. He didn't propose, but that's my man. Okay. I think that is what a normal person would do. But to leave the pods and go into the quarters and say, I'm getting married and not clarify that there was no proposal when that's like the whole premise of this show, I feel like she did that on purpose and she knew exactly what she was doing. Thoughts?
I took it differently. I took it like she was just saying like, oh, I'm going to marry him. Like, I didn't think she was serious. I'm being serious. And it could be because I saw the conversation. So maybe I took it, for what it was versus the other people.
I think that's what Roxy is saying, though. Like, she took it a similar way. However, you can elaborate, like, okay, no, he didn't propose, but like, that's my man.
That's my man, right? Tammy, what do you think?
No. No. She said it in a way to get up in, what were they calling her, CO? She said it in a way to get in CO's head. She was like, yes, like Erica said, she was marking her territory. She was
Right.
letting the ladies know, don't try to go any further with him. My man, my man, my man. She only flipped it and made it seem as if she wasn't saying it that way. And she was saying it the way that Chloe said it after Fernando pressed her about it.
Right.
If
Right.
Fernando would have never pressed her about it, she wouldn't have switched up her stance. She came out and she all but did the single ladies.
Right.
That's what she did. I'm getting married.
Exactly.
If you come out of the pods in the environment that we're in, the setting we're in, what we're here for, if I come on here today with the four of us and I say, y'all, I'm getting married, y'all are gonna think, oh, what? Tammy got proposed to.
Right. Exactly.
But it's like day one. Like, come on. Really?
Was it day
Girl,
one?
They be saying I love you on the
Like,
day one.
Day two, maybe. It was just the first episode.
Chloe, it's Love is Blind.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's maybe I just didn't take it literally enough. Like, I was just looking at like, I'm like, she's just trying to show off that she got a deep connection. I didn't think she was really trying to make it seem like she was getting married.
Are we talking about the whole thing, like confrontation included?
I guess we could, right?
I'll play that clip. I have that clip too.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, I can't even be too mad at what's her name, Iris, because when she confronted Rocio about it, actually no, Rocio went and told Fernando, she says she's getting married. What's that about? And then he relayed it to Iris. Did you say I proposed? Then the story was, did you say I proposed? Which isn't actually what Rocio said to Fernando. But when Iris and Rocio were talking about it, she accepted that statement like, yeah, that's what I said. And I'm like, that's not what you said. But I guess if we're going with it, then we're going with it. If that's how they're going to, shape the narrative, then fine. I do think that Iris had the right to be upset. But before that confrontation, I was just like, Iris, you were deliberately being vague about the situation. Right. And it blew my mind too how all the girls then turned on Rocio. And I'm like, y'all all heard Iris come in saying, I'm married. Y'all all saw the same thing that she did. She's just the only person who said something.
Because they probably didn't think she was being serious either.
So if they thought she wasn't being serious, why turn on Rocio?
She didn't say verbatim.
Because it's like snitching. It's like we're talking about this, and you went back and said to Fernando,
it's not snitching.
I'm just saying that's what it looks like.
But she didn't say verbatim he proposed. But she very well knows that without clarifying that he did not propose, it would be safe to assume that he did propose. Like,
it's also not snitching because with E-Tell it, they have a love triangle. So if I'm coming in and I'm spending time with you and we're getting to know each other, and then all of a sudden, old girl is saying that she's getting married, now I got to look at you sideways because what are y'all talking about when y'all are in y'all pods?
We can't even trust Fernando for real because it's not a love, it's square. There's the next girl in the situation too. Like Fernando, I think because he says he was trying to take it slow. I don't personally recall him shutting Iris down completely. I do remember him saying he couldn't say yes, he would leave with her, but I don't remember him saying like no, cut and dry like that. If he did, that's even more crazy.
He said no. When she asked him that day, can you leave with me if you have to pick today?
I thought he said no. He couldn't say that's not something he could answer right now.
That's a no then. That's a no then.
No, I agree with you guys. I feel like if it's not a yes, it's a no. But what I'm saying is Fernando himself was keeping multiple lines open. So it's like you had to assume that one of the girls were gonna, be like, oh, that's my man. And then there'll be some kind of discourse behind the scenes because they're all thinking, that's my man.
So I'm gonna play when Iris confronts what's her
about
name?
It's important.
You want to talk? Okay, sure. Okay, I'm all ears.
I like
Go
her
ahead,
jacket.
please.
Which one?
I
The
decided to talk to Rocio
Rocio's.
because
I
I
can't
wanted
roll
her
my
to
R.
understand what was going on instead of just ignoring her or stepping aside. I had a date with Fernando.
How did it go?
He told me
Mm-hmm.
that you said I told you he had proposed to me.
Ooh, not too long, Roxy,
You
before they
did
take
say
your video
that.
down.
That is a
Girl.
lie.
Not too long.
I
You gotta
said
pause.
Okay.
Roxy, you gotta pause, talk a bit, and then go back.
All right. Okay, so say
Wait,
something.
wait, let me ask one question first.
Yeah.
Did anything okay? I was watching this and I watched it a few times because y'all know I gotta really watch things a few times. What is it about Fernando? Because it wasn't jumping out to me why these women were like so drawn to him. Did I miss it?
And that's why I was trying to point out Fernando himself is also problematic. I think he deliberately kept things airy-fairy. Oh my gosh, imagine our life together, imagine this and that, because he wanted to keep as many lines open as possible. He had 3 women going into the second episode. So like, I don't think there's anything about him that was just so spectacular. He was just feeding into the dream, into the delusion. And as we know, these girls, they'll latch on to anything.
Right.
Desperate. All of them.
Right, desperate.
Every single one of them. Just
Yeah,
no
they
shame, no couth, no nothing.
They are giving desperate.
I'm going to marry him.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the same thing.
Iris me dio a entender.
Iris led me to believe she was marrying Fernando. That's
Pause it.
what I understood.
Pause it. So, no, it is just because I want to talk about this. I don't understand the point of this conversation, to be honest. I didn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Rocio, you or Iris, you went to tell her this for what? What was the point of it? You know that you came out, you know that you said, I'm getting married. You know that she was talking to Fernando. What is the point in you getting up in her face other than to get all the other ladies on your side?
I think
Right.
that's a part of it, definitely, Tammy. I think the other thing is, remember Fernando went to the guys and he was like, well, I don't want to be with a liar, so I definitely need to like find out the truth. So she needed to put Rocio in a corner enough to make it seem like
She lied.
she is the villain, and then Iris was just the innocent person who was misunderstood.
I was literally yelling at the TV when all of the women were like ganging up on Rocio. I'm like, yeah, she didn't say that. And Iris has a point. She did not say he proposed.
Mhm.
She did not say that. Okay.
Semantics.
Exactly.
But she did
knew,
it,
she knew what
though.
she was doing. But she knew what she was doing.
I mean, it didn't work either way. So like, what was the point?
It worked enough to get all the girls against her because in the next
Exactly.
scene, they were like all on one couch. I thought they was about to jump her.
And
It
after that,
looked like
Fernando
they were about to
completely cut
jump
the
her.
connection. Fernando cut it too. He was like, I'm done. She's a liar. I don't want to be with that kind of person.
Right.
So it worked.
It did.
You know what it
did.
reminded me of?
What?
Jimmy, Big Goofy, and the real Megan Fox.
Right. Exactly. She the same way. What's her name? What's her name, child?
can't
The
think
same
of her
way
name.
Iris knew what she was doing. Chelsea, talking about my friends that say I look like Megan Fox, also knew what she was doing. Like, let's come on now.
Yeah. But also, that's a good point that you bring up. It wasn't even that she said, my friends say that I look, people say that what's MGK's? You know what I'm saying? It's the whole leading somebody to believe something.
Yeah.
And then you have plausible deniability to say, well, I didn't say that.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to rehash that because that was
Let's move on.
that was a moment. That was a moment in TV time.
So after that, we had a couple meetups. We have speaking of Big Goofy, aka
Wait,
Chelsea. Go on.
Real quick, Roxy.
Mhm.
Whose side are y'all on? Rocio or Iris?
Rocio. I don't like Iris.
I'm on
Okay.
Rocio's side too.
Well, I see it
You want
both
to say it,
ways.
Chloe? You want to say it?
I see it both ways, but I really feel like she didn't do anything. Well, she never said that man proposed to her. She was just saying like, "Oh, I'm getting married."
Whose side are you on, Chloe? Whose side? Say it.
Pick a side.
Say it. Say it.
Okay, she's on Rocio's side. Okay.
I'm not gonna let it. Look, I'm not. You know what? I'm gonna let it go.
We're gonna back you in the corner like Iris did Rocio.
Exactly. I feel like I'm getting jumped right now.
I just
Tammy said,
want you to say it. That's all.
Say it.
Say it.
Say it, Chloe.
I just see it both ways, but I'm
No,
not mad.
girl.
I'm not mad at
No.
Iris. I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at her.
Let me
The
say I
contact-
see something both
Chloe
ways. I get
pressure.
jumped in the chat.
I see it
In
both
the
ways,
group
but I'm not
chat.
mad at her.
I get
Chloe
jumped.
Chloe wants to force people to say the thing. So that's why we're trying to get Chloe to say the thing.
Look, I kind of stand with Iris more. Okay, that makes y'all that make y'all feel better. Gosh,
It makes me feel better.
do y'all see how I got attacked just now? This is it's not a safe space. I don't feel safe.
Not a safe space.
Not a safe space. Yikes.
Okay.
And the gag is, out of after all of that, Iris didn't even get the man.
Right.
And neither did this
Any
one.
man.
And neither did this one. None of them did.
Exactly.
That's why I was like, Fernando, what is even going on?
Oh man.
Ugh.
The pickings
Okay,
was
sorry,
very-
Roxy.
because it was like literally like
No, ask the
the
chat.
guys who everyone was
chat.
going after. Let's see. Ray Haynes said she never said she was engaged. She did it. So she's trying to be on Perfect Match. Hey everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. We got to make sure that we like look at the chat too. This is my first live, y'all. So
You guys make sure you like
Yeah,
the
you can look at the chat in
I've been watching it.
StreamYard.
okay,
Roxy.
cool.
Thumbs up the video, y'all.
Thumbs
Like
up.
the video.
All right. So moving on from that, we had a few couples get engaged. Oh, I did want to speak about Karen. Are we up to Karen yet? Yeah.
Karen is far. You're not doing Gerardo, Fernanda, and Mafer?
Oh, okay, yes. So let me put these people back on the screen. So I like Gerardo. I think Gerardo is a sweetheart. However, he does give me Jimmy vibes from last season in the sense that he will see things that he does not like and he'll keep going with it. Like, for example, when Mafer said that she's a smoker and a drinker and a partier, he didn't like that, but he's continued to date her. I feel like in this experience where everything is expedited, cut these people off the second that they say that they're into something or they like things that you don't like. Y'all don't have the time to keep having these conversations and going on these dates if people don't align with what you like.
I think Gerardo, either he's a people pleaser or he's easily excitable, because someone will say something, oh my gosh, I love them so much. And then someone will say, oh my God, no, it's you. Oh yeah, no, it's wait. Because he had already said this girl's a smoker, drinker, party, or whatever. It doesn't fit with my lifestyle. Cool.
Right.
Then he's giving his energy to the next girl. He's supposed to go and cut things off with Mafer, but then
Right.
he's like, oh, but she sang me a beautiful song. And in the song, she was like, basically, do right by me. Don't lead me on if it's not where your head is at. And then he left that conversation giving her the hope that he was going to pick her, just to come back the next day and is like, actually it's Fernanda. Like, no, Gerardo, he's not sweet. I don't know where you saw the sweet. I'm sorry.
Go on, Tammy.
He's very judgy. It's one thing if you don't want to date somebody that smokes cigarettes, no judgment. But he was like, cigarettes. Ugh. Like, on top of that, Mafer sang her song, which why didn't we get somebody to translate it? But
I know.
I was like, y'all couldn't find nobody to sing? Okay. Mafer sang her song. Gerardo told her, you getting ahead of yourself. I melted into my couch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm singing a song to you. Now, we don't know what it was, okay? Because they did not translate.
Right.
But your response should absolutely not be, you're getting ahead of yourself. I would have got up and left the pod.
I feel like all these men were curving these women and it was just going over their heads. Like all of them.
I agree.
All of
I
them.
agree. And yeah, we didn't get a translation of the song, but in their next conversation after that, where he was gonna cut things off with her, she said, but in my song, I told you, like, I'm all for you. And if you're accepting this gesture, that means you're all for me. And so if he wasn't, he should have told her point blank, like, yeah, this is not the time I'm on.
Can I make a comment about the dubbing over?
Yeah.
Is there a reason that they couldn't just get like Hispanic Americans or Latino Americans to do it?
They don't do it
Why
with
did they
anything.
have to go get Emily and Chad? Like, because I think it's bad enough that they're monotone.
Right.
Oh, wow. I like you too.
Right.
Like, it's bad enough they're doing that. They could at least get somebody that got a little bit of an accent to it.
It's
I
not
agree.
just Love is Blind
Smidge.
Mexico. It's all the dubbing. All the dubbing is with like seemingly born Americans, like
Mhm.
English speakers.
They'll be like, "Oh my god, I love you so
Yeah,
much."
all the dubbing,
I
not
can't
just Love is
stand it.
Blind.
Oh my
Meanwhile,
god,
they're
I love
waving
you
their
too.
hands like this, and it's like,
Right.
okay, that's cool.
Who else we got?
I'm Team No, I'm not. No, this is what I was gonna say. Martha was the girl that when she didn't get picked, was like, "You're gonna regret this," and you're gonna. Is that her? Was that her? Or was that
No,
Karen?
that was
Karen, no?
wasn't that was the girl who I keep calling Gypsy Rose.
That wasn't
Okay.
Karen?
That was what's her name? Oh my goodness. She reminds me of Gypsy Rose, but I can't
It was
remember her
Karen,
name.
right?
Look on the screen, Roxy. Their faces are right there.
I don't think she's on. She's not on
I don't
here.
see her. She was the one that said she
Oh.
was gonna wait for him to come back, right?
Yes,
What's
yes,
her
yes.
name?
Oh,
I
okay.
remember that.
Just
I
what
feel like
was
Martha was on that too, though, where it was like, "You're gonna regret it," and I'll be here waiting. When it's like, ugh, you got a little too much dip on your chip. Like, fall back.
we should have known that these women were gonna be this way when they said that the women can't propose too. Because I was like, well, why would they do that? Who made this up?
Anybody
just
can
glad it didn't
propose on Love Is
happen.
Blind.
I
'Cause in
know, but
Sweden
the
it
way this
happened.
woman acting, you would think they was out here proposing.
Yeah, in Sweden, a girl actually got on her knees and proposed.
Stand up, sis. My God.
Girl.
Right.
Oof, Jesus.
I know.
Where's the GIF?
Right. What is this girl's name? I can't remember her name.
I don't remember. But after that, Gerardo picked Fernanda, and then he said she was prettier than he imagined. And then, yeah, she was dancing in her little quarter. So they liked what they saw.
Gerardo picked. Do I have a clip of that? No, I don't. I don't have a clip of that. So who was next? I think the next couple that I did want to get into, or person, I guess, was Karen. Hold on, I got a cough.
Karen is a whore.
Oh, you what? Wait.
No, we weren't ready.
Roxy was coughing.
Oh my gosh.
What? Please elaborate.
Tell us how you really feel.
I was trying to fill the space.
Okay.
With that,
yes, I think it fits. So no, I don't think she's a whore. I will say this though. If you want to be a swinger, if you are I didn't mean it, Ruby. I didn't mean it. If you want to be promiscuous, not even promiscuous, if you want to be free,
right,
and open, and you want to explore sexually, that is fine. That's your prerogative. Thank you. I was gonna say pleasure. Your pleasure too.
It is too, yeah.
But you can't judge people that don't want to be a part of that life with you.
Exactly.
And I feel like whenever we get somebody on reality TV that is open like that is a swinger, that's into these like different kinks or whatever, they're offended when people don't want to do it with them. It happened on Ready to Love. Like, just because you want to do bondage and S&M and all that stuff, cool. The average person, even if they want to do it or they're curious about it, it's not going to come out and be like, let's get our 50 Shades of Grey on.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what, outside of that, I like Karen, but I just feel like she's.
I don't like Karen.
I didn't like how it's almost like she wanted to guilt him into being down with the stuff she was down with. Okay, you don't want to be judged for the things that you want to do. That's fine, but you can't. It's like she flipped the script on him. You told this man that you're into bringing other people into the bedroom. That's something that you said you didn't share with anyone else. Okay, good. That's great. if he decides I'm not with that, he's not with that. And that it is what it is. You can't get upset with him because he don't want other people in the bedroom with you. He's not with it. And I feel like the fact that she started crying and stuff, it was like, okay, girl. If he
But
told
on
you
the
that he was
flip,
into it, if he told you that he was into that and you weren't into it, and it seemed it was manipulative a bit to me. I didn't like that.
I agree. What makes it worse too is the fact that in her previous, so she has a child from a previous marriage, but in her most recent relationship, it got violent because she caught him cheating with a man.
Right.
And then she threatened to expose him. And so his retaliation was putting hands on her. But my thing is, here you are in the pods pleading for acceptance. And your initial reaction when your partner was found out was to expose him, not to, negate the fact that he did get violent with her. That's disgusting. Like, you don't do that. But in your relationship, I don't know if she was out then or maybe experimenting then, you acknowledged how detrimental it would be to put something out there like that about someone. So how are you now surprised that people are taking your news in a way that's like, not quite sure if I'm comfortable with that? You already know it's not socially acceptable because you knew the consequences of saying what you were going to say about your other partner. Like, make it make sense, Karen.
And then he ran back and told the other guys, that's not what you do on the second day. That's not how it goes. And I said, the audacity.
It was Saul, right?
Yeah, Saul sitting up there with that hairline, got the nerve to tell somebody how something is going to go.
But how you drag? Didn't you say Saul was the only one that you found, the one that you found the most attractive? Now you dragging
with
him
the 45-degree hairline, though.
But Saul confused me too, because then he turned around with Lety, and he was like, oh no, I need to have sex on my honeymoon, and I need to do this, and I need to do that. Right. And it was obvious that she was like uncomfortable with it. And then he went and told the guys, oh, I don't really like Karen and how like extra she is with her sexual fluidity and stuff. But then you were just pressuring old girl Lety to have sex on the honeymoon. And even when they met up, I'm not going to speed forward, but like he just proves to
they be talking out of both sides of their mouth. Like, do you want someone who is free, or do you want someone who is more reserved? Which one is it?
Isn't Saul the one who was like, I want a wholesome love or wholesome marriage or something like that?
That's Gerardo, I think.
But I feel like it was Saul.
Saul was the one who was trying to rip off the girl's dress when they first met.
I got that too. Lety, I got that.
Disgusting.
I got thoughts on Lety too. But we'll get to that. So okay, so we can play. I just wanted to show y'all this T-Rex run. When Karen met up with whoever she got with.
Yes, girl, go get your man.
A lot of passion, very passionate. I thought she was gonna fall.
Please show the bear hug, Roxy, please. Do you have it? It's a little bit forward, so you can skip a bit. Oh Lord, the girls.
She's more amazing than I could ever imagine.
That's all I got.
No, that's all you got? No, where she like put her legs over him and like that.
No.
Like, girl,
I didn't get that. I didn't get that. Yeah, when coming to those two, we will later see, they do have a lot of smexual chemistry, so good for them. But Fernando, we do see, does have a bit of he does have some jealous tendencies, so it'll be interesting to see how he handles other people being brought into the bedroom, because he says he's cool with it. Everyone be cool with it until it's time to be cool with it.
Exactly.
Everything is hunky-dory until someone is making your girl moan more than you ever heard her. Okay, anyways.
But that's not even his. He already had an issue with the fact that she had another connection outside of him.
Right.
The same man who had 3 women after him.
Right. And this is Love is Blind. Like, everyone is dating other people. He was shocked, and I think I have that clip too. He was shocked that she had a connection with someone else, as if, like you just said, Queen E, as if he didn't have other connections with other women. Like, come on now.
I feel like they were all shocked, and then they've all focused too much on wanting to know who was their partner's second choice. Everybody's going, so who else did you
Yeah.
like? Who else did you? It's like,
Mhm.
why? Why? They all gonna be
Because
at meet
you
up
love
at
that-
Boogie, so what difference does it make?
Right.
because you want to know.
Don't kill me.
No. You don't need to know. We just met 12 hours ago. Why do you want to know who else I was talking to?
Oh, see, I'm nosy. I want to know too. I would be like, so who else did you have a connection with? See,
I
I'm
would want
just,
to know.
I would want to know because we about to meet these people, and just in case, I need to know.
Like if I see you looking at someone a bit too much, like, oh, and you had a connection. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would want to know. I would want to know.
Mm-mm.
Now, do I want to compare us having sex last night and the other couples? Because they were trying to compare that too, which I thought was weird. That part I'm like,
Word.
Now that was
that's
strange.
strange. Yeah, that part I was like,
Before we get to the trip, can we talk about Iris and Rene?
Rene. Yep.
We still got to talk about Chema too. So yeah.
Oh
Iris
yeah,
and Rene,
yeah.
right?
I got Chema and Silvia. Yeah, we can. Well,
Okay.
Chema and Silvia were first, right? Before Iris.
Well, we can talk about Iris since Tammy brought it up.
Okay, go on. I have to call.
One, she's in the trailer for the entire show in a wedding dress, so that's concerning.
Was she?
She's in a wedding dress. Yeah. I dipped into the hashtag last night and it was all the rave. So I don't know if she comes back. I don't know who she links up with, but she's in a wedding dress. It don't look like she make it down the aisle, but I'll say this. Who was she with? Was it Fernando?
Fernando first,
After
and then Rene.
And then Rene.
Okay,
Yeah.
so after Fernando curved her, right?
Right.
And she tells him, "Is Rene good for me?
Yeah.
Sent me to the moon. What are we doing?
Right. I
What
don't
what
like
are we
Iris.
doing?" And you could tell that he was taken aback by it. So Rene comes in and he's like, "We haven't talked in 2 days." And it's like, Rene, where is your shame? Where's the self-esteem?
Mm-hmm.
We have nothing to do but talk to each other, and you're not talking to me.
Right.
Don't call me 2 days later.
What I didn't like that Iris did was when Rene asked her, why haven't we spoken in 2 days? She says, well, you told me that you drink, and my ex used to drink, and I had a situation with him. Girl, that is not why you're speaking to Rene right now. You're speaking to Rene right now because the guy who you really wanted did not pick you.
Mhm.
Exactly.
So now
And then-
you're talking about him drinking and all this stuff. I'm like, girl, what? Where did that come from? Yes, I'm sure that is a valid concern, but that is not why you're speaking to Rene after not having spoken to him for 2 days. You
But she
got
can't even use that as
rejected.
a valid concern. She
I
really
was-
can't, in my opinion, because you already knew you've dealt with a drunkard before who did put hands on you. I think she said her ex did that. And then
Mhm.
when she asked Fernando, because they had agreed, like, oh, let's be friendly or whatever, he was like, point blank, I don't think Rene is good for you. You shouldn't pursue that. So you already had your reservations. Somebody else has told you, somebody who has seen him in his own quarters has told you, and you went anyways, and you wanted to follow through with the proposal. No, you're either a pick me or extremely delusional.
So is it that she doesn't want to deal with somebody that drinks at all, or
She said
somebody that
heavily.
drinks heavily?
Yeah, she said
So
heavily.
But they
I
don't
think-
even agree on money, right?
They what?
Huh?
Didn't they have
Rene.
it? Didn't they not agree on how they spend their money because he spends all his money, she saves and budgets?
That
They
too.
did, but she started
that's an
off with the
issue in
drinking.
itself.
Yeah,
Like,
But-
there's no reason why these two should have even matched up.
no reason.
But I think if her thing is drinking, because there are people that just do not drink whatsoever, and that's perfectly fine. And then there are people that drink socially, just
Mhm.
when they're out. There are people that are pouring up hard liquor every night. It's a disease. But I think she has to figure out what she considers drinking heavily. Because if Rene is drinking a beer every night, he might not see that as heavily, but she might.
Right.
Him having one beer for all we know, it's not going to send him into it could, into a rage of fit where he's knocking her upside the head. But she also has to acknowledge the part she played. Not saying she deserved it, but the part she played in old boy hemming her up too.
Yeah.
Or was that a different relationship? Because
No,
was her
are you thinking about the one? I think you're
the
thinking
one that
about
she
Karen.
wanted to out? Yeah.
No,
That's
they were
Karen.
both in DV. Karen and Iris were both in DV relationships.
Okay.
Oh, okay, two different people. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, it's 2 different.
Okay, never mind that part then. But so then Iris meets him and she's rude.
Oh, I got that clip. Wait, but another thing though, with Rene, Iris is an attorney, right? And Rene is a doctor.
A whole ass doctor.
And he told her that pretty much he lives in the moment, he spends his money, he doesn't save. I feel like Iris thinks like, oh, okay, he's a doctor though, so he makes money.
Yeah.
You know how many what Dave Ramsey episodes call-ins that I watch, and these doctors call in, they make 350, 400, 550, and they are in debt.
Yep.
Debt, like cannot get out of it. That's what Rene gives, but I feel like Iris was willing to overlook that because she's like, oh, he's a doctor. It can't be that bad. It probably really is that
I don't
bad.
even think it's just he's a doctor. She just wants the ring.
Iris wants to be on the show so that she can go and see Fernando. She don't care about Rene. We see this happen every year on Love is Blind. You're going to accept a proposal from whoever because you know y'all going to get to the boogie and you're going to be able to see the guy that you really want or the girl that you really want.
And that makes sense too, if we're going with your theory, Tammy, because production stepped in and was like, you don't like this man, so we're not going to let you.
Yes.
Which they need to implement on Love is Blind USA.
Agree.
Right.
They shut that down so quick. I was like, oh, dang. Oh, okay, cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a good call on their part for sure.
Here's a clip.
I feel like I'm hugging a stranger. How are you?
Really good. You're so beautiful.
How are you?
I sort of imagine what
She can't even
looked
fake it.
But I was blown away.
She was doing everything she could to avoid eye contact too.
You've captured my heart.
You gotta pause it a little bit, Roxy.
Oh my gosh, she's such a fake.
Let me see. I want to see the part.
He's not bad looking.
I don't think he is at all.
He's not bad looking, but he does fit that bad boy stereotype aesthetically that she's saying.
Didn't like it.
So she didn't like his piercing. She was like, okay, I knew he had an ear piercing. I didn't know he had a nose piercing. Girl.
You're stunning.
This voiceover, it pissed me off. I'm sorry. It was so annoying.
You're
I
stunning.
think we make a beautiful couple.
I don't know what to say. How are you? Who are you?
Girl.
That
Who are you?
Actually,
Is shady.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Look at her, she's so uncomfortable.
Yeah, she's very uncomfortable with him.
So I'll say this.
Wait, I just want to see this part.
That vibe, and I'd say he doesn't look like a drunk, but he does.
Roxy, they gonna snatch your video.
You gotta pause, talk, play, pause, talk, play.
What are you yelling at me, guys? This is my first time. I didn't know how to do it. I'm gonna shut this whole live down.
Don't do. Even if they try to take it, just try to appeal.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
just appeal it for commentary.
Okay.
Were you trying to get to the part where production tells her?
Yes.
no?
Let me. I think I have that. Let me see.
I'm
Okay,
glad they
girl.
shut her down. She tried to beat the
Iris,
system.
since there wasn't a match between you and Rene, the both of you must leave the experiment.
Period.
Yeah,
Look how sad she looked.
you thought.
It was like, oh wait, no, wait.
Because she was trying to get to Fernando.
Crazy work.
I'll say this. One, she was rude. She was rude. Two, so I was in the hashtag, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are people that are saying that what's her name? Iris is a white Hispanic, white Latina. I don't want to use the wrong one.
Mm-hmm.
And they think that she might be a little colorist because he is a darker. Is it Hispanic because they're over there? Damn, my DNA training.
Latinx.
I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
Latinx, but there's a difference. But they think because he is darker that she is colorist. Now, I am a huge proponent for not bringing colorism into everything because Lord knows. Everything is colorist nowadays. But the way that she did describe him, some of the words that she used,
Yeah.
it looked away, Iris.
Yeah,
It
he's a
looked
bad
away.
boy. He's a
He's a
drunkard.
drunk, right? I'm like,
Yeah, I hear it.
And I do want to
Like,
just say
she didn't
that,
have a whole conversation with him in the pause about all the things.
Exactly.
and
Like, girl.
drunkards look all different type of ways. There is not a specific look that a drunkard looks like.
Yeah, but for her to make that association and bringing colorism into it, I definitely can see it.
Right.
Yeah, I can see it.
Because if we're gonna be, I won't do it. Never mind. It's some other people that look more like drunkards, but that's fine.
Mm.
on this cast,
Mhm.
Whoa.
who looked like a drunkard?
I
Put
want
the
to know
pic-
too.
Put the picture back up, Roxy. I want to make sure I say the
Are you
right
gonna say
name.
Chema?
I was even gonna say Chema,
Oh,
but if we're being real, sometimes Gerardo
I
looked
was
like
what?
he'd be a little loose.
Why was I thinking Gerardo too?
He
I
looks
wasn't
like
paying attention.
he
I'll have to
looked
go
like
back.
he be on something. Sometimes he look a little two sheets to the wind himself. So
Is he giving Izzy? You know how Izzy stayed drunk, child.
Ooh, Lord.
rage. Paper
Yeah.
plates used to crack him a beer as soon as he got a chance.
Yeah.
Did we play? We didn't play when Chema and Sylvie met, right?
We
Because
haven't spoken about them at all. Yeah.
oh, okay. So we can speak about Chema and Sylvie. Sylvie, I told y'all, Sylvie annoyed me in the beginning. I found her to be really annoying because she kept making comments about her looks, which I feel like is a huge no-no in Love is Blind. She kept saying, "Oh, you're gonna love how I look. You're gonna stop." Have y'all not learned to stop setting expectations on what you look like before y'all meet people? So from that, I didn't really like Sylvie. I found her a tad bit annoying. But other than that, I think I'm growing to be okay with her. She's not as bad in comparison to the other ladies. But in the first episode, I was like, girl, can you stop saying that? Megan Fox 2.0. Stop.
No, seriously. The issue I have with her is like, if you're gonna be like that, then be like that. Because even Chelsea was like alluding to the fact that she looks like Megan Fox, but then she was the one exuding the most insecurities about her physique when it came time to, be in person and interact. So are you overcompensating? And I never understand the overcompensation. Like, yes, insecurities are real and stuff, but if you're presenting yourself to be somebody you're not and claiming that at the end of this experience, you want to be married, what's the point of putting on a front? Like, just say, listen, I acknowledge that I'm a bigger woman. I am confident, but I still have my pitfalls. And then discover that on the outside. And I also think too, what adds to her bigging it up is maybe potentially, I'm leaning on a stereotype, so sorry if this offends people, but there's this notion that like Latinas, they have like a certain body type and whatever. And when she says she's a curvy model, even though I was looking at her, I thought her silhouette would look a little different. No curves. Chema also thought it would look a little different. And considering that she's bigger than him too, I think now she's realizing I might not be the epitome of femininity in his eyes.
And everyone else feels the same way. I have a clip that I'll play from when they got the massage, but before that, I want to play when they first met. Because I didn't see any chemistry. But and also this reveal kind of made me afraid of Chema because the same way
so well.
Yes. Yeah. I don't think that
or maybe he likes her.
That's what I'm torn because I want to be like, I don't want to be like he don't like her because we don't see how he could like her in a way.
But but because it's the Francesca element.
Right. That's what it is.
But she said he's particular about looks, right?
Yeah.
But
and she knows what his exes. She knows what his exes look like. Now maybe he might maybe he wants to try something different, right? Which is fine. But I do believe, and it's not that I think it's impossible for him to be attracted to her. I just feel like based on what Francesca said, because she said, based on his past, like based on the women I've seen him date before, I feel like he's just here to be here. And I'm not going to put it past anyone that they're just here to get a free vacation, men and women. Like these people come on
Yeah.
this show and they fake it so that they can get IG subscribers and followers. Like these people come on here to fake it at this point.
And Roxy,
So
before you go to the reveal, can I just
Mhm.
ask you guys how you felt about Chema saying that initially he vowed to be a bachelor, and
Oh, yeah.
then he had the daughter with somebody who he wasn't with.
Mhm.
But then, according to Francesca, he would have worked it out if she was open to it, but that wasn't the impression that he was giving. And then he didn't even want to open up to Silvia because she wasn't opening up to him. So in one of the dates, he legitimately went in being like stone cold to her to
Mhm.
force her to then like be vulnerable with him. And so, like, I don't know, Chema, it's giving
I
performer to me.
I actually don't have a problem with that. I'm not going to be the only person that's being vulnerable. So if I'm telling you so much about myself, and you're just me too, me too, me too, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna stop being vulnerable, and it's gonna force you to talk
Are you not
because
going to express though that you would like vulnerability?
I feel like you shouldn't have to say that.
I don't
Especially
know.
on
Him
like
just being stone cold like that was odd to me.
He wasn't really stone cold though.
I don't
I
think
don't
so
I
either.
don't think he was stone cold with her. He wasn't as open as he typically is. I don't think he was stone cold, but the purpose of the pods is for us to get to know each other on a deeper level. And if I'm coming in and I'm telling you everything about myself and I'm being vulnerable and I'm telling you all these different things and you're not saying anything about yourself, what are we doing?
That's fair.
Yeah, I hear it. I just wish he went about it in a different way.
Yeah, because it was, I mean, I think it was a bit cold though, because even Sylvia had to ask, like, are we okay? Are we good?
But I mean, I feel like she did that no matter what though. So
Yeah,
Mm,
I don't know. Chema, I just don't trust him.
I don't like him. Is this before or after he told Sylvia about what's her name? Alejandra.
Shantae, we did make announcements.
Don't kill me. Shantae always misses the live and then complains. Sorry, Shantae, but you do.
Hey
I
Shantae.
don't remember when, but I know for Chema. Oh, this is another thing for Chema that confused me. What do you guys feel about him saying it's not necessary for the girls that he gets with to have a bond with his daughter? But then he would lean towards any woman who would then express interest
And his
in
daughter.
having a bond with his daughter. Like that confused me.
I understood what he meant. I think he was saying, and I could be wrong, but I think he was saying you don't have to come in and try to force it. Because his daughter is what, 2 or 3 or something like that. So one, he shouldn't be having his daughter around all these other people if she's that
Mhm.
young. But I think he was saying that you don't have to force it. You don't have to come in and feel like you have to have a bond with my daughter right away because you're here to date me. Now, if the bond happens, awesome. But I don't like the fact that as soon as he said he had a daughter, the conversation shifted to everything being around his daughter. To me, that was creepy.
Yeah, I don't
I
like
Yeah,
that.
thought that
both
was
women
cringy.
did that.
Why are you giving my daughter lullabies? You don't know her.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Very
that's so
weird.
weird.
I
Yeah,
didn't like that at all. Then you giving a little girl the nickname. It's given
it's weird.
A
Because if a man
minor.
was doing that, we would be like, "Yo, that's weird." It's
Right, and
weird.
that's right.
Oh my
If it
God.
if
Weird.
it was flipped, we would be saying the same thing.
Yeah.
So
A minor is crazy.
A minor.
So let me play when Chema and Sylvia finally met, and tell me if you feel the love in the air.
Him up to
Mm.
kiss some.
My clips are so long.
They
All right,
are.
we don't need this.
But
Just
we're
make the
helping by chatting through it. Maybe copyright won't
I've been
catch it.
trying to. Just make the
Yeah.
video. Just make the video private afterwards. Should have caught it.
You have no idea how excited I was to meet you.
Tell your voice.
Good, how are you?
I think.
Told you. I told
And
you
she's
you'd
hold on a
like me.
second. Hold on. In this clip, she says, "You're so handsome." Usually, when people meet, like, and someone says, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful," they'll say, "Oh, you're so handsome." They'll return the favor. She was like, "Oh my God, you're so handsome." He's like, "I told you."
I know
Yeah, he
that's right.
did.
Get into it.
He was like, "I told you."
I
Serve
told
that
you
confidence, sir.
It is.
I was like, "Is
He
he gonna
is. He is
compliment her
attractive,
back?"
though, yeah.
His little eyes. He's gorgeous.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
part.
know. I want to believe that he likes her. I want to believe. And even if he does like her, then she needs to accept herself, because I feel like her projection is going to potentially sour whatever attraction he has for her.
Because
I
I
did
mean,
notice her was a bit nervous, a bit stiff. I would have been like that if I met me
The
too.
height difference is crazy.
Hello?
I'm gonna make you smile like that.
in his defense, though, in his defense, I hope he's not faking it, but
hope.
he does a lot to make her feel comfortable in her own skin. And I'll play the clip from, this is during the honeymoon phase. I feel like we've seen couples before who weren't attracted to each other, and it was so clear, right, on both ends, whether it was Irina and Zach, or what was that guy's name? Oh my gosh.
Shake and Deep D.
Yes. Shake and Deep D, right? So if he's faking it, he's doing a good job.
I was watching with my cousin today, and she was like, whether or not he's being authentic, he wears being with somebody like her very well. Like, he doesn't give like small man syndrome or anything like that. Like, if he really is into her, she wouldn't have any reason to be insecure.
Which we hope he is.
I mean, she does have on heels too, so she takes
even in the beach, she was taller than him.
Yeah, even without the heels. So I'm gonna play the scene when they were getting the massages. I think that
the only person that tried to Shantae, where's everybody else?
I hadn't told him that I'm a curvy model, and men don't always take it well. And that's when I can start to
Shantae said, let me get my ish off real quick.
Here.
So they lay down and get their massages.
I think it's interesting that she's a curvy model.
I like that he jumped on her though. Well, that's crazy, but
he sure did.
I like that he did this. I liked it.
I like that.
I like the change of hands.
I think he likes her.
I like having you like
I do too, Tammy. I do too.
I mean, that's crazy. The way he's on her is crazy, but I think he likes her.
I think the concept of Love is Blind actually may have worked on him. I could be
I'm not gonna say that.
And such for love. I think he likes her.
I'm just balancing out my scales.
You don't think love is blind for him, Tabby?
No. I don't think they would get married, but I do think he likes her though. I think he's physically attracted to her.
Francesca said, like how she just said, like his type normally.
But the thing is, if we take out Francesca and whatever Francesca said, he hasn't given any indication that he doesn't like her. If we mute Francesca, he hasn't given any indication that he doesn't like her.
My only thing that makes me think maybe is when he was talking about like his bachelor lifestyle and stuff like that. And it is whatever stereotypes that we come with. I do acknowledge that. He doesn't give me the impression that on his roster of women that he would be going through, there would be somebody like Silvia. But that is a personal thing that I am projecting, and I acknowledge that.
No, I'm not saying
queen. We love.
No, I'm not saying that you're saying that. I'm saying I was thinking that while watching. I was like, do I think he's unattractive to her because of my impression of who he should be?
Okay, I didn't hear that part.
At first I thought he wasn't, but then after this scene, I was like, oh yeah, he's feeling her. And then when Francesca started speaking about his past, I was like, okay, maybe not. I hope he is though.
And that's why I say I think Love is Blind may have worked for him.
Do y'all think that Francesca wants a chance with him?
Absolutely.
I'm still undecided.
Because she's overstepping. Oh my gosh, I know him. He's so great. Oh my gosh, like he's basically my bestie. Oh my gosh, you did. And then why was he trying to convince Willy to pick Francesca so badly? And Willy didn't even end up picking her, but like
you're right.
Do we have another Uche, Lydia, Aaliyah situation?
Exactly. Yeah. It is another one of those.
So do we think that they were really just friends, or is she the ex?
I think they were friends that probably had a thing for each other.
Okay,
I think he was trying to holler, but he didn't want to, break the bro code thing. Like, that's my guy's girl.
Okay, so let's do this. If we are in the pod right now and one of your friend's exes is across the wall, can you recognize their voice the way that he did?
No.
She's
He
the
definitely.
ex.
Plot twist. Dun, 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 dun.
If you put
say
one of my
ex.
friends, you put one of my friends' exes in another room in a
Yeah,
pod, I'm
I
not gonna
wouldn't.
be like Malcolm.
Right.
What?
Not unless they were friends that like literally hang out all the time.
She says she's known him for 5 years.
Yeah, that's a long time. But it would have to be a group of friends, like you said, Chloe, that hang out all the time. Because no way in hell I would be like, oh yeah, that's no.
They're
There's no
pointing
way.
out where you chose to pause it, Roxy. I didn't even notice. That's funny.
Say it again.
I said they're pointing out where you paused the screen.
So y'all can
That
see
look
what's going
crazy.
on.
Why he got his stomach on her like that?
That was a cute.
That's
that
why I
was a
said the way he's on her is wild, but
I just like that he's making an effort, regardless of my impression of this relationship. I like that he's actually trying. Because what was his name? JP? Oh, my gosh, he was acting like that blonde girl was a tree monster. I'm like, she's not ugly. Okay.
You have on all this makeup. You got on my jacket. Why are you wearing so much makeup?
oh, the Patriot,
yeah, JP, Mr. January 6th.
January 6th, yeah, he was on one.
He made it seem like she looked like freaking Loch
he
Ness
had
Monster.
Kool-Aid lips too. He like one of them little bad kids that always had the
Lick their
Kool-Aid
lips
ring
all
on
the
his
time.
mouth. Yeah, like it was raw.
One thing
Why your
about
lips
Chema,
raw?
though, he's all, some people will be fake in person, but then in the confessional, they're just talking mad shit. He's not talking shit in the confessional either.
He's not.
Usually they'll be like, oh yeah, she wasn't what I expected. I don't like this. I don't like that. So it could be that he's genuinely attracted to her, or it could be that he's just that good.
Stephanie said he looks like a kid play biting his mom or bigger sibling.
But also, yes.
How do you put comments on the screen? I don't know how to do that.
Click
I'll
on
learn.
it.
Just click the
That's
comment.
hilarious.
Like
That
in the
is
chat.
hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
in the
click
chat
it.
box.
In the studio, girl.
In the studio.
Not
In
on
the
your phone.
StreamYard studio.
Forget it.
Oh Lord. Next time.
Not forget it.
Oh, I see. Oh, look at that.
Right.
Look at y'all teaching. First of all, shout out to y'all once again. Make sure that y'all subscribe. I'm sure y'all are all subscribed to these ladies. Make sure that y'all subscribe to them because they really pushed me to do this live. Okay, I did not want to do it. I tried to back out many times and they would not let me this time. So we are here. I really appreciate y'all. I really love.
And you thought it was gonna work today too.
I know. I tried to get out at the last minute. I tried to put it. I'm like, oh well, Chloe is busy or Tammy.
No,
is
ma'am.
busy. They were like, no. Tammy was like, no, I'm good. Chloe was like,
Roxy's
no,
all
I'm good.
grown up. Oh, her baby.
Yeah. They were like, no, I'm good. We're going live, and I was like,
yeah, we're good.
Okay, so who's next? Let me see. We got.
Oh wait,
Karen.
hold on. Karina said, "OMG, ladies, if y'all spoke Spanish, Chema was so annoying. I wish I didn't know Spanish. He was too much." Well, give us some insight. What was said?
What was happening?
Because they do say that the versions are different. Because I
are.
watched the English dub with the English subtitles. I know, Tammy, did you watch? Which one did you watch?
Episodes 1 and 2 I watched in Spanish with the English subtitles, and then I had to switch.
Okay.
Yeah, but even from experience watching like South African movies, when they do put the subtitles, I'm like, that's not what they said, but it's okay. So I hear what Karina's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. What can we do? We're not Spanish.
Iris and Fernando situation. Did we spoke about them? Did we? Iris and Fernando.
Yeah, we did. You're gonna have to. Shantae was late, so go back, sister.
Yeah, we spoke about that, girl. Okay. Who else we got? Did I show in Francesca and Will?
Can't see,
you want to reconfigure us so we can see Tammy?
Yeah,
move. Cool.
Oh, Tam fam.
Tammy, no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not offended. It's fine.
I'm offended for you.
It's fine.
I'm sorry, Tammy.
It's cool.
All right. I feel like we're missing a couple.
Yeah, we're missing
Lety and Saul.
Willy and Francesca.
Willy and Francesca.
Willy and Francesca.
They
They
Okay.
threw them
came
in there just
in the
because.
third episode out of nowhere. I said, "What the hell?"
Right.
Because
Yeah.
they
I'm
had
like,
sent Renee home. Renee and what's the name went home, so they had to add somebody in.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, because as soon as they look how it happened.
I
Episode
think
3. Come on.
Willy and Francesca are my favorite couple.
Yeah, I think they have a more organic connection for sure.
Yeah, I think if am I remembering them correctly? I
I
think
have
that
here, we get introduced to Willy and Francesca. Francesca, who has a daughter, but he isn't phased by it. He decides to propose, and they're the ones who also charged at each other really fast.
oh, let me play that.
I first saw him, I almost passed out. I was so emotional.
I feel like
couldn't stop
I believed
shaking.
their meeting. I believed it.
You're just
I
how I
did too.
imagined.
Me too.
Why he jerking out like that?
Pictured someone
Because he's
roughly her
excited,
height,
Chloe.
her eye color. I loved
That's
her olive
excitement.
skin.
Their beauty.
Exactly.
Never
He loves
done
her
this
olive
before.
skin.
But
That's what he said.
That is what he
Francesca?
said.
That's what he said.
Okay. They're cute.
Oh, that's cute.
Did they have any? I'm trying to see if they had. Okay, now we have Willy and Francesca. He has a daughter. Willy says that he's dated plenty of women with children and he's not bothered. Let's see. Da-da-da-da. Oh, okay. When she asked why he's here, he said that he's here to learn more about himself and for the experience. And I wrote, don't love that answer.
no, because don't use me as a
Exactly.
trial.
Yeah,
No.
hold on. Maybe they're
I'm
not
not
my
so
favorite couple. Hold on.
It's so annoying too when people come on Love is Blind and they're like, and we do understand literally it is an experiment, but
Right.
also if you are claiming to be prepared for marriage, I'm going to need you to sort some things out prior to coming, i.e., people like Clay. Don't be coming, oh, I'm discovering how to be a man. I'm discovering what it really takes to be a husband. You should have known
Right.
that shit before accepting the call, because people want to make it seem like just because you were scouted, you have to be on the show. You certainly do
Right.
not.
Right.
You don't.
You can say
So
no,
don't
thank
come on
you.
here talking about I'm here to learn about myself. Shut up. I still like him though, but shut up.
Hmm.
You
I'm
still
talking
like
about
who?
Willie, not
Clay?
Clay.
Oh, okay.
No, Willie.
Willy.
Don't
Oh,
like
this
need to
was
see
a
more of him.
couple. Wait, this is not my favorite couple. I don't think I have a favorite couple at all because this was a conversation where Francesca was saying that she has a daughter and she wants a man who will be a king or a prince and who will swoop in and take care of her and her daughter. That is what she said. In the conversation that she had with Willy, Willy said that he does not want to be in a relationship where he has to do everything. He
Mhm.
said, where I have to plan everything.
Oh.
And I was waiting for it. I was waiting for the pay part. He's like, where I have to plan everything, where I have to pay for everything. It seems like Willy wants more of a 50-50 type relationship, which is fine, but that is not what Francesca
You know
wants.
what? You're jogging my memory because I do remember her saying she's never had anybody except her daughter. And so whenever he would mention the daughter, it's like she
Mhm.
was latching onto that so much. And I'm thinking on a compatibility level, they might not be there, but because he's giving her that like one trigger word for her, like, oh, I'm considering your child. She's like, that's
Mhm.
good enough. I don't
Right.
need anything after that.
Right. But I feel like Will is the type to be like, okay, they're going grocery shopping, and if she puts some baby food
Don't kill
in
me.
the supermarket in the shopping cart, he gonna be like, okay, this is separate. This is mine, and this is
Well, at
I
least
don't
the
get
baby's
that now,
12.
Rox.
I
That's a
got
little
the
extreme.
bananas and the protein.
That seems a little extreme now.
You got the goldfish.
You know.
Could be.
I don't know.
Who knows? We don't know. But I do like their chemistry. Their chemistry does feel organic to me.
Yes, when they met, I was like, okay, yeah, I do like them. I wrote in my notes. Oh, by the way, Willy, Gerardo, and Fernando all have the same face and haircut.
All
And
of them.
do. And do.
Every single one.
It's hard
And
to
do.
figure out who's who sometimes.
Who?
I said it's hard to figure out who is who sometimes.
Yeah,
Gerardo is the one judging everybody.
Don't kill
I'm
me.
done. I'm done. Okay. Oh, I did. Oh, did we pass Chema? Oh, we did Chema already.
We're basically
Um.
on the honeymoons at this point.
Okay. So now, well, the honeymoons. Oh, we didn't speak about that couple. Did we speak about Saul and Lety? Let's speak about Saul and Lety. Okay.
We did in conjunction to Karen.
Okay. So Lety, I like Lety,
Mhm.
but I feel like this is not the experience for her. I feel like there is I feel like this what is this season whatever of Love is Blind, right? I feel like at this point we can watch a show. Let me speak for myself. I can watch a show and I could be like, that is not for me. I would not be able to make it on that show, right? I would not be able to have an experience where in a week I have 5 days to date you, and then in a week it's the honeymoons, and then in a month or whatever I'm getting married. I need more time, right? And I feel like Letty needs more. Most people would need more time, and I feel like
Yeah.
Letty knows that.
I think
No,
when it comes to the show, though, I can give grace only because we don't know when they filmed this.
I think they were
So
good
it could have been
with time on this one though. They showed like, okay, this is day 5, this is day 10.
no.
But I feel like
I mean what year?
okay.
Because you know how like when we saw season 1 of Love is Blind, it was filmed
Mhm.
2 years prior to when we actually saw it. So we don't
Right.
know how long Mexico has been in the vault and how much she has been
Oh, I
exposed
get
to
what you're
the
saying.
show
I get what you're
itself.
saying.
Yeah, so maybe the concept intrigued her, but she wasn't aware of like the show itself, like
Uh-oh.
what actually goes down on the show.
I just don't think
Oh.
she's attracted to him.
Thank you.
Because he's creepy. We're talking about Saul, right?
Yeah, I
He's
just
sitting
don't
the whole
think
time
that.
she's
I
in
just
the
don't
bed
think
with him.
she's. Yeah, I don't think she's attracted to him. I think that.
Told you I would.
Go
I
on.
Oh
I'll
think
my
that
play back.
God.
if he would have looked differently to her eye, she might have a different reaction.
Because if she
I
liked
feel
him,
like
she
she
at
needs
least
more
was
time.
uncomfortable with him.
Okay, so I thought these were two separate conversations. I think she's not meant for this process in the sense of like you are a person who takes longer to open up and whatever, then Love is Blind is not for you. I do
Right.
also think, like Tammy and Chloe are saying, she ain't like that man. Like she's
But I think
not
it's.
sexually attracted to him
I
that way.
think it's the same conversation. I think so many times on these shows, whether it's Love Island, Married at First Sight, Love is Blind, people hide behind the facade of I take things slow.
Mm.
She
Um,
told, no, she
There is
told her
here's
during that night in the bed with that man. She don't like that. She doesn't want to be around him.
I
And
think she just doesn't.
the
Yeah, I
fact
think
that
she
she keeps
doesn't like him.
bringing up his daughter when they're like getting intimate, and she's like, "No, think of your daughter, girl."
but okay, so here's what's confusing. Maybe you guys will shed some light because I do think that she is trying and is somebody who is a slow burn. We hate that term, but because he was complaining like I'm tired of being teased. Like she will initiate whatever, like she will get on top, she will start the kissing, and then she'll abruptly stop it. So I do think that two things are kind of true here. Like, yeah, she does take time to warm up, but it could be expedited if she was attracted to him and she's not. So therefore, she's not opening up to him.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Because even
Mm.
in the sex conversation, I hate that he left her out to dry, but he was like, I'll let her talk. And she's like, yeah, I am the one who does initiate, but it hasn't gone all the way because she doesn't want to go there with him.
So you
I
genuinely
think
think it's just due to the attraction and not because she also said that she wants to show his
Yeah,
daughter
that
that.
women can make a decision.
Yeah,
Which
I was like, what? That's what?
I think it's two, well, I personally think it's two separate conversations. I think that she is somebody who would need a different process, and she also is somebody who would need a different man.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, it makes sense, but maybe I'm not
I
translating
think
it.
I think in most of these situations where
no,
it
what you're
is
saying
like
makes
this,
sense.
I think in a lot of these situations when it is like this, when someone is saying, "Oh, I want to take it slow," whether it's a man or a woman, where Chloe go, whether it's a man or a woman, I'm sure that things would be different if it was just someone who they actually were attracted to. I feel like a lot of times when the attraction is there, all of the standards and the what they said they would do goes out the window and they just in the bed.
Valid. That's valid.
And I don't have an issue with this. She had to go take care of the baby.
Oh, gotcha.
And I don't have an issue with the standards. I don't.
Mhm.
What? There's a
What?
message here. Okay. I don't have an issue with the standards. Like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
understand why they think that they should be sleeping together and fornicating and all of that stuff right away. So I'm cool
Mm-hmm.
with that. But I just don't think she likes him. I
Yeah.
just don't think she likes him. And she might like him conversation wise. She may like, other things about him. But I think
Mm-hmm.
in regards to just physical sexual attraction, it's not there. And yeah, her kissing and doing all this other stuff could just be that she is trying. She's trying, but she just can't get there. But at the
Yeah.
same time, Saw is coming on very strong too.
Let me play that.
But here's okay, play
Let me
it.
play that real quick.
Emotion, and sometimes you can't
It's
handle
too
it.
much. Yeah.
Let me
Makes
see
me
it.
feel calm.
That's good.
All right, girl.
Well, he kisses so weird. Ew.
I wanted to tell you that it was a little too fast for me.
Can I rip your dress off?
No.
I know,
Told you I would.
sleazy.
No.
Come on.
Ew. That is creepy.
I felt the need to set those boundaries. I don't think I was ready
Okay,
for so much
okay.
physical contact.
Roxy.
So, to the point that moment could have changed it for her. It could have been that moment because now I feel like you're doing too much.
I agree, but the issue that I have with Letty is in the pods he was pushing the sex thing as well, and she was very well visibly to us uncomfortable, but he also sensed that, oh, she's going to be like a tough nut to crack. I'm going to need to, bring her out of that shell a little bit more. It is unfortunate that he did come on so strong, but there were signs of that in the pod too. Like that's why it was annoying that he responded to what happened.
I'm just laughing. That's why you say a pause in here is crazy.
Oh,
I didn't do that.
She on her Kerry Washington.
Oh, yikes.
I just paused it.
He was being very duplicitous because of what he just finished saying to Karen, but then you're pushing Letty and then making it worse by trying to like take off her clothes while meeting. I don't know. I do feel for Letty, but I'm also like the signs were there and you could have, realized maybe even sexually we're not compatible. And that's enough for me to not want to proceed with this.
Just other side of the spectrum.
Tammy and her scales.
Sometimes sometimes when you're okay, so like we've all been on the phone with a guy, right? And he's talking a big game. And sometimes you think it's just conversation. So it could have been, and they're grown, but it could have been maybe she didn't think he was like super serious about it.
Girl, I think if you on the phone with a man and he talking about sex, he want to have sex. Ain't no, you're just playing. No.
But does that mean that the first time you see me,
No,
you're going to
not at
say, I
all.
want to, and I think that's the vibe that she was given though.
I would like her to put her foot down a little bit more. Because even later in the season, like she's very vocal to other people, like this is making me uncomfortable, but she won't tell him until he corners her in front of other people.
Wait, but hold up. In the pods, if I remember correctly, didn't she tell him that she wanted to wait until they got married?
She did.
Okay. So if she told him that and he said, okay, that's fine. And then when we meet up, you're trying to rip my clothes off. Yeah,
He
that's
didn't
a problem.
even say that's fine though. He kept pressing the conversation until she softened on her stance a little bit. And then in the guys' quarters, he was like, yeah, she's shy. She's a tough nut to crack, but I feel like with enough,
he's still saying, like, I can't remember what scene it was, but he did say like, oh, I'm sure that, the chemistry will be enough. And pretty much he's saying, I can, like you just said, like, I can crack her. I can get that. I can hit that. Like, it's pretty much that's what he's saying. If I just try hard enough, I can get in there. And it's like, clearly that's not what she wants right now. But honestly, if she's not attracted to him, if that's the reason, she needs to dip out too. Like I don't like when they stay on this show. I mean, it's entertaining for us, right? But if you don't want to be with this person, you're not attracted to this person, just go your separate ways. And I actually respect Irina and Zach for that, because at least they were like, okay, this is not gonna work. Like, let's go. as opposed to just faking the funk the whole way through.
Well,
That was more
yeah.
Irina than Zach.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, well,
Yeah, I don't like later on how Saul is like, oh, I'm not used to not getting what I want. I'm just like, oh, you're so
the nerve. But you
grimy.
didn't
Yes.
mind
Oh,
looking like that. Okay.
I didn't like that he told those other men that. That
He's
is not for
gross.
them to know. If she
He's
tells
so
you
gross.
something in confidence that maybe she has other traumas around sex that she just hasn't shared yet, right? It could be that too. Maybe she is attracted to him. There's just maybe she has other stuff going on. Whatever it is, that is not for Saul to then go share with. Who did he speak to? Get Gerardo or anyone. Those other men don't need to know that.
I
Yeah.
think they're all talking about sex too much. It's the third day.
But there
That
was one couple. There was one couple I respected. I think it was Willy. Willy was like, "Oh, my sexual life is between me and Francesca. I'm
Yeah.
not divulging that with anybody." And I was like, "It's that simple."
And
right.
everybody was mad. They were all mad about, like, why do y'all want to know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It has to be like a producer prompt or something
I
because
think
I don't
so.
ever care who's having sex if it's not me.
Right. I think that on every season they do talk about like who slept together, who didn't. And I feel like it's one thing to like ask someone like, "Oh, did y'all?" Okay, if they answer, they answer, but that's not a question that you need to keep asking and probing like, "Did you? Did you? Did you?" It's like, okay. And you can
And
see that they were uncomfortable that what's her name? Saul and Letty,
Letty.
Letitia were very
Not
uncomfortable.
Letitia.
That's her name,
I
Letitia.
also don't like how he flipped the script on her because were they on a boat or something? And he was like, she has a lot of insecurities that she has to
Yes.
deal with. And if she's not gonna basically open up more, then I'm just gonna have to choose myself and I'm gonna leave. She's not used to being cared for in this way. She's not used to being loved on in this way. That's not what you're not caring for her and
Right.
loving on her.
But
You're
then
coming
he
on
flipped
to her.
it. But then he flipped it and was like, either you leave or you just deal with it. So, like,
Yeah, I hate him. Oh,
oh,
well, hey, I
oh,
strongly dislike him.
escalated very quickly.
I know, my apologies. I strongly dislike
Yeah,
him.
I
He's
feel like
definitely
he sees
giving,
her
yeah.
as a challenge, and once he has conquered, he will dine and dash. Yeah.
Mhm.
I also didn't like how Sylvie, Lady Sylvie is not your friend. Because Sylvie is sitting in the middle. Well, what happened? Oh my God, her and her gums that are inflamed. They should not be that red. But you're sit y'all saw it. Y'all saw
Don't
it.
make me laugh. I'm gonna cough.
Y'all saw it. But you're sitting in the middle of these men that are talking about this other woman and basically saying she needs to lay it low and spread it wide.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at what point are you gonna say something or excuse yourself from the conversation? But I think that's wild to say, yeah, well, Roxy don't want to sleep. She don't want to do this. And then she jumps on me, but then we don't. But like, why are you sitting there entertaining the conversation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sylvie bothers me.
Yeah. She's annoying. Let me see. I'm looking through my notes. I don't like Willy. That's what I said.
I have in the
What
first
did
was it
Willie do?
Tuesday?
I don't know.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
Yeah, what
okay.
did you
I
do?
said I didn't like Willy because I said Francesca keeps saying kind and sweet things to him and he doesn't reciprocate it. Francesca.
Oh.
Oh, yes,
Mm.
yes, 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 yes. So this was at the meeting. Okay, this is when they first met up. Francesca said I love you to Willy like 2 times and he was like me too. And the
Mm.
second time he didn't even respond. So,
Wop, wop, wop,
yeah, I
wop,
didn't like
This
that.
is why
I
I
didn't like
can't
that.
watch with my cousin. I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
I missed
That's
that.
why I didn't like Willy. I feel like usually on Love is Blind, there's couples, there might be 1 or 2 couples that I'm like, "Ooh, yes, I'm rooting for them." I don't really feel like that about any of these
Nah,
couples.
none of these people. Mm-mm.
Yeah, like I don't feel like that about any of these couples
I
yet.
would like to put Letty with, I don't know. She's the only person I like, though.
Letty is a sweetie pie. She's
I
a
do
She's
like
the
sweetie.
Letty
only
as well.
person that I like. The only one. She's not in nobody's business. She's not bothering anybody. She's not talking about anybody. But you know who is in people's business? Gerardo.
Oh yes,
Every
Gerardo is
Gerardo is
time,
always in the
messy.
every
conversation.
time Gerardo and Fernanda, who is irrelevant, are together alone, they are running down on all the other couples.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Gerardo
You know
is
Because
what's
I
messy.
don't.
unfortunate? What's unfortunate is Rene. Like he was given a bad rap, but when it comes to like, I feel like he's the guy who lived, well, the way he expressed his life, he lives it the most authentically. Like, yeah, I do this, I do that. That's who I am. It is what it is. I felt like he wasn't the one putting up a front. The other guys, even Fernando, I wanted to like him, but as soon as they get to the honeymoon, he's like, "Oh, I'm not a jealous guy. Wait, you liked Saul? What did you talk about with old Saul? Oh, okay. Oh, wait,
He
you want to explore other people?"
also
Like
I got that
everybody
clip
had a
too.
facade, but Rene kind of
he also
didn't.
has a lot of body acne he needs to address before he
On his
starts
Okay,
talking
arms,
about
let
right?
me. I'm
anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
like
thought
he
he
so
was
does,
bit
like
up.
he looked inflamed, like his body is inflamed.
wait. Who Fernando?
Fernando, when he was
Yeah,
shirtless, I thought he was bit up by
hmm
mosquitoes or something.
Okay, let me
but
play
it's
this
all
clip
like on his chest.
when he's talking to Karen about her having a little connection with Saul.
I like what's mine to be mine. So in
Right
this
there.
case,
Oh wait, hold on.
I don't really care.
would you
I mean,
feel
no, I didn't have anything that strong with Saul. It's just that I was really like thinking with my heart.
Uh-huh.
It was intense.
When my mouse is on the screen, can y'all see that?
I'm not that
No,
Nah.
jealous. I know there are some things I need to work on,
but
but
you
if there's
should
reason
probably
to
pause
be,
it now.
Yeah, he's jealous. So
No,
I'm
he
like,
is.
how are you a jealous guy in this experience, but you're okay with having threesomes? You are not going to be okay with having threesomes. You can't
And on
even
top of
handle her
that,
having a connection in the pods. How are
But
you going to handle
he told
watching her sleep with someone else?
but he told her the threesomes would be okay if it's another woman.
yeah, he shut down the man because she wants a sexually fluid guy as well, which she's a whole different story, anyways. Make it make
I
sense.
think even if it's a woman, I think he's jealous enough that even if it's a woman and she's pleasuring Karen in a way that he can't or hasn't, and Karen makes a noise that he ain't never heard her make, he's gonna be jealous, whether it's a man or a woman. Obviously, I'm
Yeah.
sure he'd be more jealous of a man, but he's
And
gonna be
even when
jealous.
he's talking about his jealousy, he's like, "Oh, I'm not overly jealous, but it's something I need to work on. I'm not jealous, but what's mine is mine. I'm not
Yeah,
jealous, but what did you and Saul talk about?" Like, you're
yeah,
obviously jealous. Like, quit
it's giving
lying.
jealous.
Quit
Yeah,
If
lying.
you have to say you're not jealous, then you are a jealous person.
Like,
If
come
you have
on.
to say that you're humble, then you're not a
Come
humble
on.
person.
right.
I thought he was bit up. That's what it looked like.
Can we talk about the fact that they didn't get to go anywhere for their boogie?
Yes,
Like
I
they
was
just
like,
went
that's
up the
still in
street to
Mexico.
Tulum.
I
Right.
would have been
Yeah.
upset. I was like, wait, they still in Mexico. I would have been
They could have
upset.
flew them up to LA or something. Like,
Ooh. I didn't even think of that. That's valid.
oh
Yeah.
man, do you think they speak English? Like any of them?
Yeah.
Maybe
What's
that's
her
why.
name? Can you put up the faces, Roxy?
Yes, I can.
I think it was Francesca. She was like, "Your wish is my command."
Oh,
Mm.
let a
Yeah.
code switch. Okay.
I think
Maybe that's
that
why. But they could have took them to anywhere, like just another Spanish speaking country. Like, don't take us to Tulum. Like, why we can't go nowhere?
they couldn't
Yes,
afford
Punta
Punta
Cana,
Cana.
Punta
Right.
Cana
Brazil.
people.
Like,
Yeah, they could have
I
went. They
guess.
could have went a lot of other places. Well, I didn't catch the last 10 minutes of episode 4. So what happened?
Did
Tell
you
me.
see Saul telling
I saw them on a
Fernando
boat.
in front of Karen that she is basically like a ticking time bomb?
Yes, I saw when he was like, "Oh,
Messy.
yeah, I saw when he was like, "Oh, can you handle that? Are you ready for
Yeah.
that conversation?" Yeah.
It was
Yeah, I saw that.
irritating to me because number one, you weren't asked. So
Right.
let's end there. Number two, you claim this girl is a ticking time bomb and she seems sweet right now, but that can switch. And you yourself are the one who ended up switching by the end of the episode. Like, please,
Mm.
pot. Here's the
And number
kettle.
3, you don't even know her like that to say that. That wasn't your conversation, sir.
Please. Yeah. Meanwhile, you got Francesca over. Oh my gosh, Chema's just the best. You guys should really get to know him. He's the best. Like, where's that energy? So that's what you need to do. Because
I don't
you
like
don't know
Saul no
Karen
more.
from
I take
Adam
back
to want to
everything I
talk to her
said.
like that.
Tammy says she doesn't like Saul anymore.
Yeah, I don't like. I don't like the energy he's giving Letty. I feel like if you knew you wanted to be this sexually explorative with somebody, find somebody who matches you on that level. But then can I put that against him? Because all the girls are obviously running through all the red lights, all the red flags.
What?
Yes, we can, because act like you done had sex before.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Yes, he does need to do that. I'm saying if he knows he needs somebody who's more sexually compatible, then all the other women should also look at the things that they want in compatibility and say, well, this is not my person. I'm saying I can't put it on him to cut Letty off because they're sexually incompatible, because all the women are doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
I guess it
But
depends
yes,
on
he needs
how
to act like he has
important,
seen a nanny before. Like, come on.
or he just needs to think about how important sex is in a relationship, because Letty said that she's not a person that needs sex to connect to deepen a relationship.
Yeah.
And
Whereas
Saul clearly
Saul
needs that.
does.
Saul clearly needs that. But I do like the conversation that Gerardo had with Saul, where he reminded him, like, okay, did you come here to find someone to have sex with, or did you come here to find a wife? I thought that was a very nice conversation to see the guys have, where, you know, he just reminded Saul of what he really came here for. And now that's if that's really what his intentions were, to come here to find a wife, or if he just came here to have some fun and have a little bit of sex. We don't know, but clearly they are incompatible when coming to sex. I don't think that Letty should have to sleep with Saul before she's ready. But I also feel like if Saul would like to have sex with someone, or would prefer to be with someone who is more sexually, I don't know, free, then he's allowed that as well, right? But it's just not in Letty. So y'all need to find the people who are, you know, who can satisfy what you need.
How do we feel about all the couples engaging in the first night?
That's the norm. Don't they all do that on every season?
No, not all the time.
Not the first night.
Yeah, not the first night. I think definitely Fernanda and Gerardo should have waited. They just, I don't know. She seems like a person who's going to be latched onto him because of sex, but maybe their connection needed to be deepened a little bit more outside of that.
They both seem very happy with their encounter, and no one was complaining. When I saw Karen and what's his name, I was like, oh, we knew that was happening first night.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Karen for sure. Yeah, Karen for sure.
Karen was ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see who else we got. Ray says that Saul is too needy for Letty.
She said that too.
Yeah.
Sure had time for that.
Here. Silvia is concerned that she won't get along with Chema's friends. This is where he says, I think this is what he said. I wasn't quite sure, but all his friends, well, majority of his friends are female, and they're friends with him by way of being in a relationship first. So first they were together. Yeah.
No. Who said this?
Chema.
Ew, no. Mm-mm. So all your friends are your exes? All your friends are people that you probably slept with? No.
Basically.
That means you still messing with them.
Right. No.
Yeah. But he was just saying he has changed his ways now, and he is a more responsible guy, and he wants a responsible partner. So Sylvie has nothing to worry about.
I think Sylvie is her own worst enemy.
Do you think does Sylvie give you Chelsea vibes?
Yes.
She gives me Chelsea vibes too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she on her big goofy.
She gives Chelsea.
And I want to find the Spanish equivalent, but I don't know if it would be inappropriate.
Don't even try. Don't even try. Don't even try. But I do feel like Sylvie is not as toxic as Chelsea. I feel like Chelsea did a lot of like twisting your words around
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Still, I haven't seen Sylvie done that yet. I just
And a lot more self-loathing from Chelsea. At least with Sylvie,
yeah,
she
Sylvie isn't like that.
understands how her physique affects her, but it's
Yeah.
not like, like,
Sylvie
okay,
has
girl.
more
You made
self.
me uncomfy.
Lord have mercy. Sylvie has more self-awareness.
Yes.
I think Sylvie has more emotional intelligence as well. So
I
You
agree.
said I'm clingy. You said I'm fucking clingy. Like Sylvie.
like she was
You
really
didn't
mad
even
about
kiss me
that.
all day. You never kissed me. Girl. All right.
All right. Well.
Ooh, Big Goofy went out bad. Oh my God.
You
Yeah,
sure did.
Sheesh.
So what are y'all thoughts in the chat? Are y'all liking the season so far? What other, because I've only watched Love is Blind US and Love is Blind Mexico. I did start Sweden, but I never finished it.
Sweden was so
I heard it was really good. And I know that you also watched Brazil, right, Queen?
yeah.
Dude, y'all out here.
Listen.
Yeah.
Sweden, wow.
Yeah. I started it. I just couldn't finish it. I got
Can
busy.
I just say what happened in Sweden?
Sure.
So one of the guys, he's giving like Saul energy, very sexually out there, but he himself is kind of giving like clapped. So it's like, okay. The girl he was with, absolutely gorgeous. And then on their honeymoon, it came out that he had a woman out here who was claiming to have his child. So he was denying. She was on Facebook saying like, I'm pregnant with Sergio. I think his name was Sergio, with Sergio's child. By the time the wedding came, I think the girl had either given birth or it had been confirmed that that is his kid. So the girl in the show got married to Sergio without knowing that information. So after the show, she was like, it's okay, I accept his child, whatever, whatever. They pull up to the reunion, she's pregnant.
Ooh, messy.
So he got 2 under 1 in the first year of marriage.
Oh my gosh.
It was a lot.
I see why people like, please watch it. Please watch
Girl,
it. That's a mess.
Yikes.
Yeah. Karina, UK is tomorrow on the 7th.
Yes. UK starts tomorrow. So you can expect Queen E's video to be up tonight.
Crying. Wow. I am not Tate. Tate is the one who's ahead of everybody. Okay.
Yeah, Tate, his videos drop crazy early. But
But
we will all be reviewing Love is Blind UK. So Queen E will be reviewing, Tammy Talks will be reviewing, and Chloe Johnson will be reviewing. And we will come to do these lives for the next 4. Are they dropping 4 more episodes of Love is Blind Mexico?
4 more, yep.
So we will be back here for another Love is Blind Mexico live for the next however many episodes that they drop. Before we leave, I just want to thank everyone for tuning in to this live. If you came in a little bit late, make sure you hit rewind, catch the replay. Again, thank you all so much for being here because, again, this is my very first time going live. I was really nervous, but I think we pulled it together. I think I did okay. And I'm a little under the weather if you can't tell. So thank you all so much for watching, tuning in, showing all the love. I know I took a bit of a long break, but you guys were right back, commenting, showing love, subscribing, liking. So I really, really appreciate it. And I really, really appreciate you ladies, Queen, Tammy, and Chloe, for motivating me and helping me build up the courage to get on a live because I was a bit shook. I was a bit shook. So thank you all so much.
Girl.
It was
Do y'all
awesome.
have anything else to add? Because I know we got to go to bed. We's tired.
The only thing I have to add is don't get too big for your britches, guys. Thinking, okay, well, if I bombard these girls with review ideas, they're gonna do it. It's not always gonna be the case. Okay. It's not always gonna be the case.
That part.
They still jumping me in my comments for not doing Love Island, child.
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
Tag me in, y'all. Tag me in.
She's trying to jump me too. Anything else that you ladies want to add? Let me look at the comments. Thank you. Saul and Karen should be together. Matches energy. Thanks, ladies. Y'all are amazing.
Saul and Karen really should be. He just don't want to mess with boys.
Oh.
He
Who was the wait? Didn't you know who needs to be together? Karen and Chema. Cause Chema said he like a little finger in the booty.
Oh, a little
A
pinky
pinky.
finger.
A pinky. Okay, make sure I gotta make sure it's pinky. Okay. So maybe Karen and Chema, they might get together. They seem like
But
they
that's not
into
the type of freaky she talking. She talking about
she want the whole thing, ain't no pinky.
exactly.
She said stick the fist in.
Bring it.
Okay, we don't kink shame over here, okay? If you
No,
like
we
it,
don't. Nope.
if you like it, I love it. I love that for you. I do.
Love
I
that
really
for
do.
you.
I love that. I
But
love
yeah.
that for you. All right, what else? What else we got? I think that's it, right?
I would like at the reunion, it won't
Oh.
happen, but I would like for them to kind of explain what the dating scene is like. Because I feel like on the US, they kind of explain like, oh, dating in Charlotte is like this and like that. And what, like, I want some insight on why the girls latched on so quick.
Yeah.
They're not all from the same cities though.
Yeah, but I just want to know, like, Mexico as a whole, like, is there a reputation? Is there what's the deal?
Yeah, it seems like dating must be very hard because these women, I don't think that I've seen, like for example, the girl Alejandra, when I forgot who was turning her down, but she told him, she was like, "You're gonna regret it, and I'll be here waiting for you." And I was just like,
it was so
scary.
tacky too. That was tacky.
It was scary. It was scary. It was scary.
Also, how do you
That's
guys feel
how old
about
girl did Jimmy though.
Oh yeah, you're gonna choke.
Yeah, what's her
You
name?
were gonna
Jess.
choke.
Yeah.
Was it Jessica? Whatever her
Jess,
name was.
whatever, right.
What do you guys feel about almost all the guys after they curve a girl? Let's stay.
Yes, yes. Let's be friends. No, we can't be friends. Let me stop. Okay, I can't even.
You're telling me like the barrier between you and I was either like fiance or friends. Like to me, that's crazy.
That's it.
That's insane. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this was fun. I enjoyed.
I had a great time.
I didn't even have to edit. Oh my gosh.
See? Yeah, because editing takes forever. So
that's why.
Oh, that's it. Well, let me close the live out. Once again, thank you Oh, wait, you had something else to say?
No.
Okay. Queen, anything else?
I'm good.
All right, y'all. So have a good night. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure y'all hit the notification bell. I tagged all of the ladies in the title. Make sure you visit their channels. We will all be reviewing Love is Blind UK. And we will all be back for a live of Love is Blind Mexico. And we will see y'all in the next video. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.